because I wanted to put him down to be a better boss. Basically, right? And with that example, on the streets.
Does it work from does it still work? Can you be able to support you if I go and the same thing? Or does it have to be
You know what? Even if you were going to be sarcastic and ironic, I think you should still act as though it was personal in order to.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
That's good.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour
1 second.
when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I'll just stay here then. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see glory. What? Phone? Watch? Why did I say watch? That's phone? Sure. Yeah. Now American keyboard. I want the English version. I hate Undays, okay, Undays. Where do I go to?
Workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh,
Stanley
weird.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No
Nah,
matter how
but-
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, this boss was doing something. What did it? What did it? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. That's me. I didn't break it. Hello? Anyone? 4B6. Okay, 4B6. Hello? They better not have just left all these teas undrinking. That is very rude.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, where are I now?
This was not the correct way to the meeting
Oh,
room,
well.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want a brew.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply
What?
stood here.
The kettle to
taking it
make a
all in.
brew. This is a
But
pointless.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. Hello?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hello. Hello? Anyone? This way? No. Coffee cup? No. Do not jump from cargo when lifted in motion. I will do it, please.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am powerful, thank you. I'm glad you noticed. Where was I? Oh, yeah.
All of his
Okay.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
No,
he
I
had simply
turned it
missed a
in.
memo.
Okay. Yep, do the same thing again.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room.
It's amazing, I know.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You would think, but no.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeet.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt
No
from
one
the
tells
platform
me what to do.
and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
The end. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to follow instructions this time. I feel bad for him now.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, sir. Always, sir. This way, sir.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hello? Where is everyone? I've been told to come this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Monday, Tuesday,
Stanley decided to go
days.
up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Meeting schedule. What day? It's Friday, okay. It's about this time. Yeah. What to do about 432? I'm 432, are I? Who? Everyone is unique. You most of all. Oh, I know, thank you. Oh. Number of slides on this slide. Slide, chart, chart and slide. Very informative. Synchronize core values. Whoop. Weight of which a chart the same slide depicts the same information. I'm trying to read this. Weight of there. The Bosch Appreciates Minutes. On your Bosch Appreciation Minute worksheet, circle 20 things you love most about your boss. He's caring. He's shit. I don't know. Oh, let's just go. Room closet. Ooh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I like brooms. Yep, yep.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
You're up, I'm
reason
going
to
to shove it
stop
up your ass.
here.
With a nice wedge.
It
No
was
wedge.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if
Hey,
there
you
was something to
judge
interact
me.
with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What the fuck is FA? I am looking
Are
at the broom.
you really still in the broom closet? Standing
Yes.
around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Rube. Anything else? Rube.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would
That's
have
where you're
thought to
wrong.
mention it.
Rube.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Yes, yes.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
It is so
Your
far.
friends find this concerning.
Fucking rude. I don't have friends. That's very rude.
Stanley
me a
was
broom.
fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Oh.
He got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or
Look
drug
you.
money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Fun Stanley's fun by the sound of it.
Well, I've come to a very different conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it, and were just about to leave.
I'm ignoring you.
Nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this,
You would
the
think,
responsible
but
thing is to
Rube.
alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right.
Yeah,
When you've
insightful.
done that, just step out into the hallway.
Yeah. Broom. I have a broom. Anything else? Broom. Literally nothing else. That made sense. There's literally nothing else. For God's sake.
Ah, second player. It's good to
Hi
have
there.
you on board. I guarantee, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I said I'd follow what he's doing, okay. This floor. Do. This floor. Ooh, fancy office. Hello, no assistant lady. Outside. Ooh. Elevator. Big bug. Big bug. Big bug. Ooh. No, I said follow. I have to follow what he's doing. That's it, I'll follow. I have to.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
Maybe I was
unraveled,
manager all
Stanley
along.
wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
I
What
don't
he
know.
could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
That'll be.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Nope. I won't cheat.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to
forgot
enter
the password.
anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I don't know it. Only there's some sort of way to give me a hint.
2845.
What was that, sir? Da, 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 da. I don't know it, sir.
For God... But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Oh, that's just
Stanley got the hell
grand.
on with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Well, that is very grand, sir. I won't forget that, sir. That's a blinding light, sir. Up. Ooh, elevate. I pressed up. That's some crap. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I'm just following what you tell me to do.
When for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ew, dangerous. Just get health and safety down here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door of
Ew.
the mind control facility.
But that says escaper. Escaper. Mind control. Mind control.
The lights rose on an
Ooh.
enormous room packed with television screens.
Well, it's
What
missing some
horrible
here.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, it's not like I've got a choice now, is it? Do. Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
What about him?
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, that's not good.
This
Elevator?
mind control facility,
Elevator.
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only
Cheers.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, but,
No.
I was good at it.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was
Ooh.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Ooh, it's off loud.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Big
For
shiny button.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Buttons. One. Two. Where's the others? One up there, but I can't get up there. Five's here. Where's 3, 4? You're 3 or you're 4? 3. 4. Uh-huh. Do. Where the hell's 4? Then it does go close behind me. 5. Where's 4? It's 4 up there. I'm being ripped off with a button 4. Over here? No. Where the fuck is 4? Gotta be up there, but I don't know how to get up there. Sorry. So. Skip 4. Go straight to 5. Fine, I won't do your buttons. Oh dear, close behind me.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Oh, hear me out. Hear me out. I was happy when it was on. And I have still keep a job. Ooh.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
I
they
did.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself?
Oh.
Is that what you wanted?
No, I want to have a job again. I'd be happy.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh,
In the
fuck.
event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Well,
How long until detonation then?
you lived a good life.
Say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your
I am
story
always the
now.
star.
Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yes.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good
Go on,
mood.
give me the story.
I'm gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Alpha, baby.
I turned
What?
off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Oh.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense
They're
of
doing
everything
great.
and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even
shit.
better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
Please do.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
I hope so.
Look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Yes.
Won, solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Press
To
5.
see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to
Hello.
control this world, that's fine.
Blue
I'm
free,
going to
blue
destroy
free,
it
blue free.
first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending.
For God's sake.
You being blown to pieces. Will you cling
Well,
desperately to your
that's...
frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all
We're
the
gonna
same.
die of
All
nuclear...
part of the joke.
Oh, yeah.
I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Fuck you. Die by nuclear explosion. Fantastic. But guess what? I'm back, baby. And you can fuck off this time.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yes, I know they're gone.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hell no. I don't trust you now. No, I should never trust you from the start. You duped me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
This
Perhaps
time
he
I'm
wanted to
riding the
stop by
finger
employee
cross.
lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art.
Yes.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You wish I did, but I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really?
Yes.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
No, you
Are
duped me.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Nuclear
I don't know
explosion.
how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully.
One
This
chance.
is important. Stanley walked
Sorry.
through the red door.
Word. See, I'm very red over blue, but I don't like you.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Word. Okay.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Ooh, blue.
Stanley walked through the red door.
But blue.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Thank you.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
I'd rather start building it then.
exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story
It
I'd
was.
written out specifically for you? Do you
Yeah.
not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I
Yep.
did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want
Goods.
to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yeah,
Work with me.
goods.
You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Okay.
What? Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
You can have a 4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Let's go. This one.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity
that's it.
to give it some playtesting.
I didn't even see your leaderboard, sir.
Would you? Perfect.
Yes.
Let me boot it up. In this
Oh,
game,
look at all the babies.
towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he
I am
reaches the
pressing that
fire,
damn
you
button.
fail.
Burn.
It's a very
Baby.
meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family
What,
life.
this way?
I
Come on.
think the art
Come on.
world will
Come
really
on.
take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
I'm sure that's an achievement for this game, but I ain't doing it. Come on, baby. Come burn. Burn, baby, burn.
You heartless bastard.
I
Did you do
know.
it because you hate babies or
Yep.
purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
Burn,
I can't
baby,
think of
burn.
a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not
Goods.
even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Oh.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Okay.
Let's see. What do we have here?
Assassin's Creed? For your
Yes,
humans?
this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Let's see this new game of yours, sir. Don't be quiet, come on. Oh, no fire, what?
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our
It's fun doing
backstory?
PewDiePie.
What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you.
Oh,
from
I do that
high in your
daily.
creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Ooh, erotica, you
Yes,
say?
that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Where's the fireman guy? What's his name? Is it Steve the fireman guy? No. Oh, pain. I want the fire guy. Ooh, our house.
Oh no, it can't be.
Oh, new world. Where do I go, sir? This is a cool voice in my head. I'm going to the outhouse.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What? Oh, that's the outhouse.
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big open, just wandering
me.
around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
Hey, you went so many open world
I know
game.
will get us out of
So,
here.
yeah.
Let's find another game. Preferably
What game
something
do you
with
want?
walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Attack on Titan? Pac-Man.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had.
Give me a card then.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh, I'll try my best.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley?
Yes.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what
Oh,
fun.
how fun.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Touchdown.
I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Ooh. Eh. Eh. Let's go.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this
Yes,
fun?
I'm winning.
Is it better than my miserable little story
Go!
that I worked so hard on?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, beta.
Don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Yeah. I'm alone. Oh, shit. Yep. Hello. Open door. Hello. This turned into a horror game. They're no good for horror games. Hello? There's no Slendy Man, is there? I'm not scared. Come on. Voice in my head, come back. I'm scared. Hello? You can't jump. I'm sorry, I keep pressing spacebar. Is that what that is? Ooh, I see the light. No. It was just one light. Ooh, this is my room. It was 247, really. The hell do I go? I didn't do it.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be
Oh,
back
yes.
the way. Once
You're
the
just
end,
seductive
suffering all
voice.
comes to a close, then I'll be
It
back.
makes me feel
The
things.
end will be here soon.
Oh, release
Very
me, sir.
soon. I can wait.
I can't. Touch me. What? I didn't mean that. Ooh, I'm back.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was
Wait,
only
that's
a
different.
matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Oh,
a
this is
matter of
different.
time.
You never said that before. Ooh, there's an open door in there. Hello? This is different. He's saying new stuff. Hello? Housekeeping.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What's with the next door?
Yet there was not a
Ships
single
not
person
getting
here
fired.
either. Feeling a
Do
wave of
unbelievably amazing
disbelief,
work all the
Stanley
day
decided
long.
to go
I
up
read
to his
that wrong.
boss's office,
Back.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Ooh, the broom closet.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 not again. I won't be part
Do you?
of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
Throw this
Please
broomstick up
take
my
your
arse.
time.
Well, when you don't say anything.
Coming to a staircase,
Went downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, a note. Hi. Louie. I wanted to, my eyes ain't this great. I can read the odd word. That's a nice apple, though. Oh well. Ooh, a car.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting
Yeah,
he
I'm
had
going
left
home.
his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a
Ooh.
competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And
I
then
ain't
something
crazy.
occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
You're crazy.
maybe I am crazy.
I
All
ain't
of my
crazy.
co-workers blinking
Ooh, different.
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for
No.
no reason at all.
I ain't crazy.
None of
Look,
it made
this
any
ain't
logical
repeated.
sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my
Why did doors close
god.
automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they
You don't
simply
say.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. and at last he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream."
I didn't say that.
What a relief
1, 2,
Stanley
3,
felt
4.
to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I ain't crazy.
He thought to himself, "I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid." So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my god, I'm flying.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Boys.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. "I'm dreaming about
self-aware.
voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts," he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
after you do, nothing's a shock.
This was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see
11,
the
12.
magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
That's nice.
The fresh air of a world outside this one. "Let me wake up," he thought to himself.
Let me wake up.
I wish it to be over.
No, I don't.
Back to my job.
I don't want to work.
Continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all
No.
right. I want my apartment and my wife.
Ooh,
and my
wife.
job. All I want is my life
I
exactly
wish I had a wife.
as it's always been. Normal. I am normal. Everything
Fuck I am.
fine. I am okay.
I really ain't. Why you gotta do this to me, game? See? It's insane.
Stanley began screaming. "Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
Why
tell
is
me I'm
everything
real.
going
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?"
Jeff.
And everything went black.
Oh, fuck.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I'm a woman now. Hell.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Nice.
She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Okay,
Then
high as fuck,
collapsed
boys.
dead on the sidewalk.
High as fuck.
And although she
Oh,
was soon
kids,
turned
I
to a
hell
call an
of it.
ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
Everyone knows what
she
crazy
thought
men
to
look like.
herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Selfish bitch. Poor Stanley. Why don't you give a coin? Oh, I'm back. Where's Stanley again? Blub, 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 blub. Hello, voice in my head.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
I
it
forgot to
be?
ignore this one talking
Stanley
again.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No. Let me
When
see.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
No.
and Stanley knew it perfectly
I
well.
know, it's
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Right, I feel like this
Stanley
game's the
now in his
definition of
incredible
insanity.
room. Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Big red button. Nothing to say yet? No. Loading.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, well,
Which way?
From here, it's, left.
I don't have a choice here, lads. Don't have a choice.
Oh, no, it's to the right,
that's
my
it.
mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, me up. Come on.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Yeah, sure. Hello? Wait, what's exactly the two? Okay, I'll trust you this time. Up.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Closed.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all
Right.
rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Oh,
However,
sorry.
rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time,
No.
suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
I'm going back there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nope. I'm going back to that room.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
I think so.
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you
No.
move the story somewhere or... Hold
No.
on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute
what's
ago.
it?
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. It was this way. Wasn't it? Hello? No, this way the way. This wasn't the way at all. This way? This way. What the fuck, dude? Hello? Housekeeping? Old jokes? With other people? Chairs? Ooh, chairs.
I'll say it. This is the worst
Oh, how
adventure
the
I've ever been on. I can
the
promise you
fuck did I end
there
up back here?
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
No.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
No. Fuck's sake.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No doors this time, mate.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay, Mr. Insanity. Let's see. Let's put more tea. Boop, 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 boop. Was that always on? Oh, back I turned it off.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it
No
goes.
story. It's an
No,
empty
wait,
circle.
never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and
Already am.
retrace our steps.
Nope, that ain't right either. Yo.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Nope.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Took place in a theme park.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Oh.
Congratulations!
Celebration.
A lot of hard work, and it
I always
paid
do.
off, so
Thank you,
good
sir.
job. Oh no, I don't feel right about this at all.
Well, let me use the
We
pump
both
truck.
know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square,
I
and this was
walked
not one of those situations.
a
Okay.
good
I'm getting
100
weirded out
meters.
by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
For fuck's sake. Ooh,
All
line.
right, I've got a solution. This
On the
time,
line.
to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
This way?
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Line's going the wrong way. That's all I can tell you.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's
You
over
okay?
in this direction. Onward,
This way?
Stanley, to destiny.
This way?
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it
Maybe.
another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Oh, you went
I'd like to
philosophical.
apologize.
I was
Not sure
following.
where I was
Keep
going
going.
with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Not the destination, it's the journey along the way. That's what you were getting at. Oh, this is epic. Da, 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 la, la. Ooh, this way. This way. This way. Da, 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 da. Ooh, financial records. Exciting. Da, 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 da.
Cut the music, go
What?
back and look at that fern.
Ooh, where's the third? Third? Ooh.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's got a lot of leaves. It's the furthest bird I've ever found. Bird. There's a cow.
Wait, what?
Uh,
We're back at the office? No,
Yes.
no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, we're back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
what about the third?
Restart.
Oh, fuck you, I want the third. That's sick, I died again.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Oh,
We're
you took me to a
intelligent.
third.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting.
Okay,
daring,
window.
Mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
This new. Is this new?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you
Oh,
want
for God's
in
sake, it's
story
endless
to
cycle
be?
again.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley,
Ribbers.
I'm
Focus.
ready for it.
Blackjack. That's like the quote.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines
I
or
like the
monitor
line.
rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
The third. Where is the third? Oh, it's gone. Hello.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How
Nice.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that
Round
somewhere,
around
the
the
place where we're trying to
garden like a
go, there
teddy
must be a
bear.
reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead
You
us
think
to
it's too
where
hard?
we're going? And
It's
since
eeny,
the
meeny,
answer
miny,
is
moe.
clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I was about to say.
What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Oh.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
End up in the bathroom, there it
That's
starts.
really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
No,
Am I
no,
just
no, no, no.
supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Which one are we at?
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
That's over here,
Is it
so.
really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Oh.
And the timer stopped?
No.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Yay, rebel.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something
Yep.
happen?
You'll reset.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find
I already
out,
said
won't
that,
we?
sir.
Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Restarted. Ah, let me guess, he's gonna forget everything. And I
All
can't
of his
continue.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, sir. Let's see. Yep.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Okay.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could
What?
a man love a room?
I love this room.
Truly, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'm very
Yet
confused.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Oh,
disbelief,
for God's
Stanley
sake.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find
Well,
an
well,
answer
well,
there.
Yeah, bastard.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This is going on endless. This is going to be my last playthrough. My last loot. Oh, no, you're bad, dear. Oh, no, bad, dear. Oh, no. Down. Bing dong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Oh, that's jamming. A short history of the remnants of Poland. Or was that Polish? Why am I thinking those are the wrong words? Why am I trying to... No. God's sake, elevator. How many floors was I up? Why can't I still jump? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that noise? Oh yeah, elevator. 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 Look up. I can't steak. Wait, did I hear a voice then? Ding dong. Wait. What the hell? Yeah, that's I pressed up. That's I pressed up when I first got it. Or was this really just wait? This elevator's fucking going nowhere. For God's sake.
Stepping into his manager's office,
2845?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Ooh, that is nice. Don't you test my anxiety. Let's see.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley walked forward into the opened passageway.
Hello. Oh shit. Loading. Please don't nuke me this time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
We get pussy.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Notice. I died. Oh, I'm alive. But with that, I ended it here.
As the machine whirred into motion.
For a second. Back in a sec. I'm back. Well, not for long.
And
Let's just
Stanley was inching
play through
closer
bit off
and
bit.
closer to his demise. He
Bring it,
realized
pussy.
that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Pardon me.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a
Oh,
blind
well.
man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Bring it, pussy. No balls. No balls. Oh shit, balls. See, no balls.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
Wait, what?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
You say that.
killing him instantly.
I'm still here. I'm still standing. Yeah.
And yet it
Yeah.
would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
I
What
did that,
exactly
pussy.
did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When
Oh.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Hello.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Nah, Stanley's still alive. This is a museum of the end. Hello. I haven't seen the fun one yet, I don't think. This room full of... This spoiler-filled room. Hello. Ooh, exit. Why are you
Oh,
laughing?
look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
And?
How they both wish to be free.
I am
Can you
free.
see? Can you
No.
see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not.
Oh.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Oh,
You
no,
can
no, no,
still
no, no.
save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
It's my true choice.
Choose
Bring it, pussy.
Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Oh, crap.